In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this beautiful palazzo jumpsuit with button-down shirts. If you would like to know how all this is joined together to form a jumpsuit, then let's get into class. So guys, this is the Ankara we're going to be using for this project. It is a freehand. We are going to be using freehand, but I'm going to be using pattern paper to draft the upper part. That's the shirt part. I'll use pattern paper so that it will be clear. So let me keep the Ankara aside and let's work on the upper part. So first thing, I draw a starting point line at the top. Then on the side, I marked 2 inches for our button stand. So that part is going to be our button stand, and I'm going to just carefully fold it in. We'll pretend as if it's not there, even though it's there. We'll just fold it in, then start our measurement from that line. Okay, so just fold your button stand in, then let's continue. Since we are marking a shirt for the upper part, this is what we are going to do. The back of a shirt is usually longer than the front of a shirt to give it a perfect balance on the shoulder. So this is what we are going to do. I have explained this in detail in my vintage shirt. I'll drop the link below so that you can go and watch it. But this is a little different, just a little different from the vintage shirt. So this is what we are going to do. For every of our front measurements, we are going to be minusing 1 inch. So if your half length is 17, you make it 16. If your bust point is 10, you make it 9. So every measurement you are going to be marking at the front, you are going to be minusing 1 inch from it. Then your back is going to be 2 inches longer than whatever you use for the front. Do you understand? Okay, let's continue. So my half length is 17. I minus 1 from it. I got 16. That is what I marked there. So the next thing I want to mark now is my chest line. So my chest line is my bust divided by 6 plus 2.5. I am adding 2.5 because I am measuring it from the shoulder line, not from the shoulder slope. Because many of you used to ask me that why am I adding 2.5? It is because I am marking it straight from the shoulder line. You see it? So I got 8.5. That is what I'm marking there now. So I minus, please don't forget, I minus 1 from the 8.5. So I mark 7.5. Do you understand? So this is going to be my chest line, while this lower one is going to be my half length. Don't forget, always minus 1 from all your vertical measurements at the front. Okay, so now I'm going to mark my neck width. So I'm going to be using the neck width of 3 inches, while the neck depth. So this place is my shoulder line. I'm just noting it. Shoulder line, chest line, and waistline. So now my neck width is 3 inches. And I want to use a neck depth of 3 inches too. But I'm not going to mark 3 inches. I'm going to mark 2 inches. Why? Because of that 1 inch I told you to minus from all your vertical measurements. Okay? So now I'm going to connect it. Please don't miss it. Oh, don't miss it. Just get it. Now I'm going to mark my shoulder. My shoulder is 14 normally, but because this is a shirt, I'm going to add 1 inch. So I'll make it 15 so that I'll be free. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So I'm going to mark 7.5 right there. Did you see it? Now I'm going to mark a shoulder slope of 1 inch, just 1 inch. And I've marked it. Then I will connect my shoulder slope just like this. Please follow me. Now the next thing I want to do is to mark my armhole. So now I'm going to mark that same shoulder measurement I mark at my shoulder line. I'm going to come to my chest line and mark it, which is 7.5. So now I'll connect it. I'll connect it to my shoulder slope. Now we are going to curve our armhole. So what I will do is I will get everything I have on this my armhole line, and I will divide it into 2. That's getting the midpoint. So at that midpoint, I will go in by half. That's the midpoint there. So I will go in by half. I'll go in by ½ inch. Then I'll connect it. That is going to be my front armhole. But I'm going to be marking my back armhole here too, so that it will be easy for us to use this to cut the back. So for me to finish up my armhole, I'm going to impute my bust measurement. So my bust measurement is 36. 36 divided by 4 will give me 9 inches. Then I added ½ inch for ease. After the 9 inch, I added ½ inch for ease. Then I added 1 inch for sewing allowance. So now I'm going to connect my armhole just like this. Are you following? Good. So I've connected my armhole. So that armhole is for the front. And I told you we have to connect for the back too. So for the back, I'm not going to go in. I'm just going to curve it at that place. Do you see the difference? Please zoom in to see the difference. So that's the part I did not go in by half is my back armhole. So the next thing I'll do is to come to my waistline and impute my waist measurements. My waist is 31. 31 divided by 4 will give me 7.75. Then I'm going to add half inch for ease allowance. Then I'll also add 1 inch for sewing allowance. After that, I'll connect it together to the bust. Good. Please take note, I did not add that for the front, but we are going to add that for the back. So we are done with the front right now. I'm just going to cut out. When I'm cutting out, I'm going to cut the back armhole. I'll leave the front. Later, we are going to cut out the front armhole because we want to use this to mark the back too. So we'll just cut out. Okay, so now that the front is ready, you can see how the button stand is well laid. So now we are going to cut for the back. So I'll bring another pattern paper and I'll place the front on it. At the top there, I'm going to leave 2 inches. Make sure you leave 2 inches because I told you the back is going to be longer than the front with 2 inches. So I'm marking that 2 inches right there. I'll connect the lines. Then I'll bring my front to align with the back. So this part is going to be my center back. This part I'm showing you now. So I'll bring my front and align it. The center front of my shirt of my front is going to be aligning with the center back. So I'm pinning it together so that everything will stay in place when I'm marking so that nothing moves. Okay. So now the next thing I want to do is to mark my neck width at the top there. So I'm going to mark my neck width. My neck width is 3 inches. The width of my neck, the wideness of my neck is 3 inches. I'm going to mark 3 inches. Then I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement. Please see where I'm marking it to is at the tip up there. I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement 15 divided by 2, which is 7.5. So at that point, I'm going to mark a shoulder slope of 1 inch. Just 1 inch. Good. So now I want to mark the neck depth. The neck depth for my back is ½ inch. But because of that one that we deducted for the front, I'm going to add that one now on this part. So my neck depth will now be 1.5. Do you understand? I want to use half for the neck depth of the back. But because of that one we deducted from the front, I'm going to add that one to this place to now give us the neck depth of 1.5. So that's what I mark. Then I'm going to connect my shoulder slope. Hope you are not lost. Did you get that? Good. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out this my back neckline and the shoulder slope now. Please just watch what I'm going to do. Follow me. I'm going to cut the back neckline now and the shoulder slope. You see it? So after cutting the shoulder slope, you can just cut off this part excess. Then see what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold this shoulder slope and the neckline. I'm going to fold it to touch the tip of the front. Please watch what I'm doing. I folded the shoulder slope of the back now just to come and touch the front, the tip of the front. It's not going to overlap the front. Don't let it overlap the front. Let it just stay side by side. Let it just touch it. Let it kiss it. See, I want to show you so that you see it. Can you see it? Now, if you do it like this, you will notice that the neckline is not aligning. You will notice that the front neckline, the back neckline that we folded in is inside. So what you are going to do, you are just going to align it. Even the shoulder slope too. Just align it. You see the way I'm aligning it? Just mark it. Let it flow. Do you get? Let it just flow. Then the neckline too. You will notice it. When you are making your own, you will see it by yourself. You will see it for yourself. Whatever it is that is shortage there, just add it back. You see it? You see it? So I'm going to cut it out now. Just, you will see it on your own to zoom this part so that you see what I did. So now I'm going to align it and cut off the excess so that it's going to align. Good. Do you see it? So look at me now. I'm going to trim it. I'm trimming that in so that by the time I fold it over, they will align. So that when we are joining our shirt, the shoulder will align perfectly. See, let me fold it again now. See, if you zoom it in, you will see that the neck is aligning now. I hope you understand. Don't worry, when you are doing your own, you will understand it. So now I'm going to cut out. So before we cut out, I told you I'm going to add a dart for the back. So the dart for the back is going to be 1 inch. So I'm drawing the waistline out. Then I'm going to add 1 inch, which is going to be for the dart for the back. Then I'm going to connect it back to my waistline. I just wanted to add that for the back to give it more fitting because of our bum at the back, to give it nice shape. So now we are going to cut out. please, that neckline part is very important. I hope you got it. If you don't get it, just write it in the comment section. I will explain further. Okay, so now I'm going to remove the front so that we can draw our dart for the back. Okay, so this is the front and this is the back. Now we are going to work on the back. We want to fill in our darts for the back. So I'll use my bust to bust measurement, which is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So I'm going to mark it there. Then since we left 1 inch for that, okay, we want to take care of any zipper bulge. So at that center front, at that center back, I'm going to go up by 1 inch. Go up by 1 inch, then connect it back to the side back. You see it, then cut it out. This will take care of any zipper bulge that is going to occur. So I'm going to take that out. Good. Now we can draw our dart. So my nipple to nipple is 3.5. I'm going to mark 3.5 right there. Then I'll mark 3.5 up here again so that I can get a straight line. Then the length of my dart is going to touch my chest line. My dart is going to touch my chest line. So I'm going to just draw it up like this. Then open my dart with 1/2 inch on both sides because we left 1 inch allowance. Then I'm going to connect it. So our dart is ready. Our back is ready. So I'm going to keep this aside. Then I'll bring in the front so that we can cut out the front armhole. Okay, so let's cut out the front armhole. Good. The front armhole is done. So our pattern is ready for both front and back. We're going to transfer it to fabric. When we are transferring to fabric, we are just going to add allowance on the neckline, on the shoulder slope, on the armhole. We're not going to add at the side because remember we have added 1 inch sewing allowance at the side when we're drafting. You remember? Good. So now let's keep it aside. Let's work on the lower part, which is the trouser part. So now I've marked my starting point line, and the way I folded my fabric, for you to know the amount of fabric you need, is your hip divided by 4. Then you add 1.5 inch to it. Then you also add your crotch extension. Your crotch extension is your hip divided by 16. So add everything together. That is what is going to give you the amount of fabric you are going to put on fold. Okay, so now I'm marking my crotch depth line. So my crotch depth is my hip divided by 4 plus 3 inches because this is a jumpsuit. Or you sit on a flat surface and measure from your half length to the chair. Okay, so mine is 13 inches, so I've marked 13 inches right there. So now the next thing I want to mark is my hip line. My hip line is, I will go 2 inches above my crotch depth line. So I'm going to mark 2 inches, then I'll also connect the line. That becomes my hip line. So now we have the waistline, the hip line, and the crotch depth line. Okay, good. So the next thing we want to mark is my knee line. So my knee line is 23 inches. So I'm going to mark 23 inches like this. Then I will connect it into a straight line. This becomes my knee line. Now what we want to do, I'm just showing you all the line, and this is my full length of my trouser. Whatever yours is, mark it. Now on my crotch line, my crotch depth line, I'm going to mark my hip measurement divided by 4. I'm going to add 1.5 inch to that. I'll mark my hip divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch. I'll mark it at my crotch depth line, mark it on my hip line, and I'll mark it on my waistline. That 1.5 inch that we added is for sewing allowance because we are going to use 1/2 inch to sew the crotch, then 1 inch for the side. So I'm going to connect this line into a straight line just like this. Now the next thing we want to mark is crotch extension for the front. So my crotch extension for the front is my hip divided by 16. So I got 2.56, and I'll mark it from the straight line. I'll mark it, then I will connect it into a curve. Before I make that curve on this angle here, I'm going to come out by 1 for a guide. Then I'm going to draw my crotch curve. You see it? Make sure yours is curved very well. You can use your curve ruler, but I just prefer to use my free hand. Now on my waistline, I'll come to my waistline and mark my waist measurement. My waist is 31. 31 divided by 4 is 7.75. So I'm going to mark it there. Then I'm going to mark 1.5 inch sewing allowance. Then I'll also mark 1 inch for that. For my dart. This trouser is going to have dart for both front and the back. So now I'm going to connect this to the hip line just like this. Good. So now the next thing I want to do is to come to my knee line and mark my knee measurement. I wanted this jumpsuit to be very big. Okay, before we do that, let's mark our crease line so that our trouser can balance well. So how to get this is to mark everything I have on my crotch depth line. Everything I have plus the crotch extension, everything you have, divide it into 2, get the midpoint. So that midpoint, I'm going to take it, I'll also mark it on my knee line. I'll also mark it on my trouser length line, and I will connect them all together into a straight line. This is going to serve as our crease line. This will enable our trouser to have a perfect fit so that it doesn't shift to the side. Okay, good. So that is our crease line. All our measurement now, we are going to be distributing it in the middle of this line so that everything stays perfect. So I'm going to mark my knee circumference measurement. So this trouser, I want it to be a palazzo trouser, big. So I'm going to measure my knee freely. I'm not going to measure it tight. And after measuring it, I'm going to add 1.5 inch sewing allowance to it. Then I'll divide what I have into 2. Then I'll put it on this knee line. The same thing I use, the same value I use on my knee line, that's what I'm going to use on my trouser length line as my ankle measurement, because I want the trouser to be straight. So yeah, I'm telling you that make it big. If you want yours to be palazzo, measure your trouser, your knee circumference to be big. Okay, measure it to be big. Then also add 1.5 inch allowance. Then you divide it into 2. Then you put it on both sides here. Okay, so the same thing you did for the knee, bring it and put it on the trouser length. Then connect it. I hope you understand. So I'm connecting everything. Connecting the knee to the trouser length. Connecting from the crotch extension to the knee to the trouser length. Good. So now I'm going to add 1/2 inch to the top. Then I'm going to mark my dart. Don't forget, before I mark my dart, I'm going to take out 1/2 inch at that crotch area because I'm going to sew the crotch by half. So before you take your dart, make sure that you mark 1/2 inch first away before you start taking your dart measurement. So now I'm going to add 1/2 inch to the top. You know we are going to join this trouser to the top, to the shirt. So I'm adding 1/2 inch joining allowance that we use to join the shirt. Good. So now I'm going to go ahead and mark my dart. You know how to mark that now. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, this is the best time. Go ahead and subscribe. Subscription is free. You are not paying to subscribe. Just click on that button you are seeing, that place the road subscribe that you are seeing right now. Click on it. Good. Then click on the like button to show YouTube that this video is valuable. Click on the like button. Then also drop a comment. This video is already getting long, so I'm not going to include the sewing tutorial in this video. But if you want me to quickly, sharply upload the tutorial for the sewing part, write it now. Yeah, go ahead, write it right now. Say, Esther, drop the sewing part, and I'll drop it. Okay, I'll drop it fast. If I see your comment, I will edit it and drop it fast. Okay, good. So guys, let's continue cutting. We are done. I've drawn the dart. I told you that is simple now. Just mark your dart. Then cut out, and the front is ready. What we are going to do next is to bring another fabric so that we can cut the back. So for you to know the amount of fabric you are going to use to cut the back, just add 4 inches to whatever you use for the front. If you use 17 for the front, add 4 inches to 17. What will it give you? To give you 21, right? So just add 4 inches to whatever you use for the front. That's what you are going to use for the back. So my back is ready. This is what I want to use for my back. You can see it's on fold. Good. So if it's 21, if it's 17 I got at the front, this back is going to be 21. On fold though, if you open it, it's going to be 42. I'm not saying that's what I use here, but just add whatever you use. Add 4 inches to whatever you use to your front. So now when you are marking, also make sure that you have like 1 inch at the top there, because you need 1 inch at the top of the back. Then at the side, make sure you have 2 inches. You see it? Then bring out all your lines. I'm bringing out my crotch depth line now. Bring it out. Let it appear on the back. Come to the hip line too. Bring it out. Let your line appear on the back so that it will be easy for us to mark. Come to your knee line too. Let your line appear on the back. You can see I'm just connecting the line so that they will show at the back. Good. Even your center front line. See my center front line? I'm marking it lightly so that it will touch the back too, so that I will know that this is the center front, so that when I want to mark my back crotch, I'll use that as a guide. Okay, good. So now the first thing I want to do is to mark 2 inches at the back here, the crotch extension for the back, 2 inches. I marked it from the end of the crotch extension for the front. I marked 2 inches. Now I will come to my center back. You know that place we mark that center front, that place we draw that line. I'll go in by 2 inches. I went in by 2 inches. And at that part, I'll now go up by 1. That part I marked 2 inches, now I'll go up by 1. Good. So I'm going to connect all this now. See? I went in by 2 inches. Then at that point, I went up by 1 inch. Then I'll come here and I'll come out by 2 inches. So now let's connect our crotch curve. We want to connect our crotch curve. See it? Where my hand is going. Okay, so let's connect our crotch curve. Be using your front as a guide so that you don't go in too much or go out too much. Just use your front as a guide. You can see me, I'm removing the front, bringing it back so that I can just use it as a guide. Good. So now, after connecting your crotch for the back, good. The next thing I want to do now, I'm just showing you over and over again. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing I want to do is to connect my crotch extension of the back to the knee line. You can also mark your thigh measurement here, but I just left that. I want the trouser to be free, so I just connected my crotch extension to my knee line right there. Then on the knee line at the side there, I added 1 inch, just 1 inch for the back. Then at the trouser length line here, I marked 1 inch too, just 1 inch. Good. Then I'll come to my crotch line here and my hip line. I will add 2 inches. Make sure you add 2 inches here, 2 inches. On the waistline, add 2 inches. See it, 2 inches. Then you connect it to that part that you went up by 1 inch. You see it? Thank God I brought it down. Now you can see it better. So I'm connecting it to my new center back line. That part that I went in by 2 and went up by 1. That's where I connected it to. So I'll connect every other part. See it? Good. I'm just showing you all the parts. You see it? That part that we went in by 2 inches, we return it back at the side there. Good. So just connect everywhere now. Now I'm connecting from the crotch line to the knee line. I'm just trying to confirm that it's 2 inches that I came out there. Good. So connect the full length. Good. So we'll just cut out. We are done. We are done. So guys, like I said, if you want to see the tutorial fast, the tutorial for the sewing part, drop it now or drop it in the comment section. Tell me, Esther, I want to see the sewing part fast, and I will edit the video sharp, and I will post it. So go ahead and do it. Thank you so much for staying with me to the end. I'm going to draw my dart for the back now, and we are done with the cutting part. The next tutorial that will come up will be the sewing part. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for always watching my video. Please click on the like button, share this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.